Hey, what's up you guys? Moldy Jacob here to bring you my review of the Season 4 finale of the originals on the CW, which was, of course, episode 13, called Feast of All Sinners. So, yeah, I watched this episode right when I got home from work tonight. And yeah, I gotta say, I'm pretty surprised and happy. I really liked this episode. I thought it was actually the best season finale we've got since season 1. And you guys know my feelings on season 4. I might do a separate video, within a couple months or something, just talking about it. But season 4 overall is probably my least favorite season of the show so far. Although I'd probably have to go back and watch them all again, but. I just felt a lot of it was kind of lukewarm, as I've said before, and stuff like that, and I just didn't really buy into the threat of the Hollow as much, compared to other antagonists we've had. But this finale was really strong, and I liked it a lot. It had a lot of character dynamics, and it touched on a lot of really nice. I already said, but. Forgive me for repeating, but it touched on a lot of nice character dynamics, and it had some little character snippets and moments here and there, not here and there, but throughout that I wasn't really expecting. In ways, it almost felt like they were preparing in case it wasn't renewed for season 5. I won't be surprised, because they left it with some obvious room to keep going, but at the same time they made it sort of sentimental and sort of in a way possibly final enough to have it be this sort of ambiguous, sort of bittersweet ending. So this is probably like their backup plan if they didn't get a season 5. I'm damn glad they did, because I'm very eager and very excited about season 5 now. It was officially renewed for season 5 a while back, by the way. Some people seem to be completely unaware of that, because I'm watching clips from this episode on YouTube, and I'll see people saying, "Oh, look at Julie Plec, she ruined the whole series. I can't believe this is a series finale." If they have so much damn passion for the show, how are they completely unaware of it getting renewed? I mean, some people are just really oblivious and immature. It just annoys me. Some people seem to not like this episode, but I don't see how they couldn't. The way people are reacting, for what they do with Elijah and separating Klaus from Hope and everything. People act like there's not going to be another season. They act like, oh, this is it. Oh, they did that, so I'm never going to watch the show again. It just bothers me. It boggles my mind. That people can seem so passionate about it, but not really. Yeah, I don't know. But it is what it is. I really enjoyed the episode. Very well acted all around. Vincent sort of unveils his plan to finally put a stop to the Hollow, and that's sort of splitting her apart the way she was in her original ritual, into all blood relatives of Hope, the other Michaelsons. So Klaus, Elijah, Cole, and Rebecca, they are actually having to separate. And this is an idea I brought up last week. I was wondering, what Vincent's, sort of a ultimatum, type of plan was, for saving Hope. And I said, are they going to separate somehow? And I was kind of right. But I didn't really expect all these character scenes, and I just loved it, man. All the Klaus scenes, of course, stole the show. Klaus, one of my all-time favorite characters in anything, movie or TV. Joseph Morgan just knocks out of the park, man, and he's nominated for a Teen Choice Award right now. So go vote for Joseph Morgan for sci-fi TV actor. He definitely deserves to win that. Let alone an Emmy Award. If they didn't ignore genre shows, but except like Game of Thrones and stuff. But Joseph Morgan, I've said it before, he really deserves Emmy Awards, left and right. I think he's just knocked out of the park as Klaus and really handled and portrayed his long-term development well. And that's another thing I briefly want to touch on with my annoyance with certain members of the fandom. I say, I'm tired of the originals, being these watered-down, sentimental pussies. Where are the, heartless badasses, from season 1 or, from TVD. It's called fucking character development, okay? Like, really, they'd probably be complaining if they were still, like, if Klaus was, like, still as ruthless. They'd probably complain if he didn't, start to care about others and things like that. But really, it's character development. It's really been rich with Klaus, and I really appreciate how they've changed all the characters and how they've come a long way in all their own individual ways. If they kept it the same, there'd be like almost no character weight at all. And Klaus still has his moments. He's still Klaus. So I don't know why they're acting like it's a completely middle finger or something like it. I'm gonna stop here. Well, we actually talk about the episode. But like I said, it revolved around Vincent's plan. And I just thought, with all the scenes of them being aware of that and them sharing final goodbyes with each other, it's just really well handled. Like I said, well acted all around. I especially like the scene between Klaus and Marcel. Marcel, just hearing it from Klaus, whether he whether he was really lying to initially or not. It was definitely something Marcel needed to hear. With Klaus saying, how he failed him and. He's eternally shamed, for how not living up to the kind of father Marcel should have had, and that was just a really, really, really good scene there. Again, great acting from Joseph Morgan as well as Charles Michael Davis, but again, I can't praise Joseph Morgan enough. And I just thought that was a very well written scene, and Klaus and Marcel constantly had really strong scenes throughout the series, and I thought this really paid respect to a lot of that, and they've really come full circle, I think. And you can tell Marcel was affected by it, and I thought that was really well done as well. Excuse me. And then you also had Rebecca and Marcel actually traveling off together, which is good. Sophia seems to have separated from Marcel. I might have missed the scene or something, I don't know, but I remember them going back and forth, and Sophia didn't really want to go about this whole plan to save something of the Michaelsons, and she didn't want to support him at all. Whereas Marcel seen the long-term value of it, but he also whether he says it or not at the time really does care. So Sophia's gone. So Marcel and Rebecca are traveling together. It appears Cole is going to be proposing to Davina. Yay. I mean, I'm happy for Cole, but I've still never been a big fan of Davina. But it was still a nice moment, seeing him, having this diamond, made into a ring and everything like that. For some reason, I'm blanking out right now. And there's another scene that... the co-writer, the whatever of the originals, for some reason I forget his name right now, but he's the one leaving the show, which leaves with Julie Plec for next season. But he said there was actually a scene they had to cut between Marcel and Vincent, of Marcel just saying, he's not, he's made a lot of mistakes as well, and he's going to leave, basically rule the city to someone he trusts and loves, and that's Vincent. So I'm surprised they would cut a scene like that. I feel like there's other moments or other little things they probably could have cut down a little bit to put in that maybe, but it's all right. I mean, we could have thought something like that Marcel could have left the New Orleans to Vincent perhaps. But I thought that was still all right. And then just that initial goodbye between Klaus and Hope. With Hope yelling out, Dad. I thought that was pretty good too. And to see Klaus's look as he was the last one to leave and everything, it did tug on your heartstrings a little bit. Summer Fontana, she did a fairly good job. I felt like she was a little bit off in that scene, but again, I thought she was fine for what's expected of her. And I still felt that pull and that disheartening thing with Klaus having to leave like that. So it still worked. And then Elijah's memories being erased. This is like the one little thing for season 5 I'm not really sure about yet. We've seen memories being erased on like the Vampire Diaries before and stuff. Sometimes those types of storylines can be a little bit tedious. But I liked what they did with it in the finale. I got why Elijah was doing it. And then, the scene of, Klaus, finding Elijah at the end, and tipping him, seeing that he's established this life for himself, free to explore, what makes him happy without remembering all these, vows and, just, as Elijah says, just his devotion, to being Klaus's brother and, this self-sacrificial type of brother for the family. He's free to, do what makes his mind happy. And I like Klaus checking in on him there, even if it was, kind of in danger of, the hollow re-emerging there, because they're not supposed to be close at all. But in that same interview I mentioned, he also did say that, some time is likely passed, so it's the risk of it probably wasn't quite as strong. It was just sort of Klaus checking in anyway, so he wasn't there for an extended period or anything. So I thought that was pretty good as well. And of course, Haley, brought hope to, as we were expecting, the Salvatore, boarding house, the, school for gifted youngsters, basically, Alaric and Caroline's school. You get to see Alaric again, which is good. Hope seems to be liking, and interacting with all the other kids her age and everything. And, Alaric, he got some pretty good lines talking about how he believes Hope and the others will be, a better, basically a better generation of these supernatural beings. So I like that as well. And this gets, certain fans excited because obviously, especially with there being a season 5 now, somehow they're going to come together again, and I think it's pretty likely we're going to see, Klaus and Caroline meet up again. I still sort of have mixed feelings about that. I think I'd still rather have Klaus either Haley or Cammy or something, but it's the direction they're heading in, and if I believe that Klaus ends up being happy, then I'll let it go, but still, Caroline, but it should be an intriguing, process through season 5, I think, see what they come up with. So, overall, I thought this was a really good finale. Like I said, probably my favorite season finale of the show since season 1. Still a little bit underwhelmed by the season as a whole, but this is a really strong episode, and I think it really, tied a lot of it together and made it, better than it was. But, still a good season, don't get me wrong, though. Still probably overall better than Vampire Diaries season 7 and 8. Probably 6 and some of 5 too, really. So still, Originals is still on the ball. Let me know you guys thought about this one, what you're expecting from season 5, what you want in season 5. And so follow me on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.